Ladies and gentlemen, please. I don't know if you can hear me with the sound, okay, but ladies and gentlemen, my name is Adrian Garforth. I am the Executive Director of the Institute, and I'm delighted to welcome you to the Institute of Masters of Wine's Awards ceremony. It's unusual for us to be doing this in March, but it is wonderful to see so many of you here tonight and to have those joining us on the live stream from around the world. We have a packed ceremony for you this evening, so without further ado, if you're able to stand, please do so, and let's welcome the 2020 and 2021 Masters of Wine. Wow, what an absolutely fantastic welcome. That's wonderful. So tonight we are celebrating both the 2020 and 2021 MWs, 6 from the 2020 vintage and 11 from 2021. As you know, the awards ceremony is usually held in November each year, but with the pandemic, we added an extra event to catch up for the cancelled ceremony back in 2020. We've come a long way since the start of the pandemic, and it's a joy to be holding in-person events again. We've also come a long way since our first ever exam in 1953. And given tonight is about celebration and a bit of fun, here's a look at some of our history in numbers reflected just a little differently. And I apologise for the incredibly poor acting.
Scientists believe that everything in the universe can be explained by numbers. And that certainly is the case with the Institute of Masters of Wine. We start with the number 6, the number of noble grapes, and the total number of people who passed the first ever Master of Wine exam in 1953. Add the number 2 and you arrive in 1955. The year the Institute was set up by those 6 pioneering people. And 15 is important, as this number represents the number of years after the Institute first began that we welcomed our first female Master of Wine. Michael Hill Smith will forever be associated with the number 33, as it was in 1988, over 3 decades after the Institute began, that he became the first international Master of Wine. And as we fast approach 450, the number of active MWs in the world today, the current gender split is 65% male to 35% female. However, over the last 10 years, the gender split of MWs is nearer 50-50, of which we are very, very proud. And 30 is important. The number of countries represented by Masters of Wine. And let's end with number 1. There's only one place all MWs come to celebrate their wonderful achievement. And that's Vintner's Hall. Cheers.
I apologise. So a playful way for us to look back at our rich history. And here we are tonight, and we're adding to that story. Before we move further on with the proceedings of the evening, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the support Masters of Wine around the world offer to the students on their MW journey. For students, passing the MW is not possible without MWs volunteering their time to support the study programme. But we must also recognise the inevitable sacrifices that are made on that journey from those who are close to the new MWs. So I really would like to ask the family and friends of the new Masters of Wine who are here tonight, please stand so you too can receive the recognition you deserve. Well done. Well done. I'd now like to welcome to the stage our chair, Neil Hadley, MW, to say a few words. Neil.
Well, it's been so long. How are you all? It was fabulous November to come here and make this speech in the right time of year. It's doubly fabulous to be able to be here today and to be saying welcome and hello to our new batch of colleagues in the Institute of Masters of Wine. And to MWs, both old and new, I wish to welcome you here to Vintner's Hall and into this evening and the proceedings. I also wish to thank and acknowledge Anne Hall, who's here as our Master Vintner and thus effectively our host for this evening. So thank you very much for having us here. Now I have to apologise to Annette Lacey, one of our new MWs. Every other MW, new MW in the room, received an aerogram handwritten from me, which is a thing I do every year, saying, congratulations, this is blah, 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 giving people just an acknowledgement and a personal effort to write something. But you can't send an aerogram from Manly to Circular Quay. Annette, I'm so very sorry, but I never actually wrote to you. So, what I do write in that letter, and I say it time and time again, is this qualification isn't a guarantee. It's not a ticket to fame and fortune. It's not a guarantee of anything, but it is a passport. It's a passport to the career of your choice, and it's also a gateway to a community of both professional network, but also what you will find the most surprising spectrum of future friends that you could have possibly hope to ever get to know. It's a fabulous, we described it as the best club in the world, and it genuinely is a wonderful, wonderful organisation. United in one idea, which is this notion of excellence in the knowledge and also the trading and communication of wine, but so much more in terms of that fellowship that is all about you and what you bring to us, and therefore we moving together as an institute and moving into an increasingly bright and diverse future. So with the spread of our global footprint, we seem to be welcoming an increasingly wide net of new MWs coming in. So without further ado, the main thing is to remember that this is your night. It's supremely special. You will remember it always, and it's a reflection on the work that you've put in, the incredible journey you've been through to get here. But you are here now, and my congratulations to you for all of the work that you put in to achieving this award. Well done from me, and let this be the official start to your Masters of Wine journey. Cheers.
Thanks very much, Neil. And now, in honour of us being here in Vintner's Hall tonight, can I please welcome the Master Vintner, Anne Hill.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Vintners Company, I'd like to welcome you all to Vintners Hall, which we like to refer to as the spiritual home of the wine trade. As many of you know, the Institute of Masters of Wine started here in 1955. And like proud parents, we've watched it as it's grown wings and taken flight to all corners of the globe. I'm sure that all of you MWs, old, new, and aspiring, are fully aware of the pinnacle of wine knowledge that the title Master of Wine carries with it. And you definitely know an awful lot more about the Institute than I do. However, I'd just like to mention a few facts I picked up in my year as Master Vintner, some of whom have already been stolen by Adrian on his film, but I'll repeat them anyway. I may be the first master here in 526 years, but you were ahead of us. The first female Master of Wine, Sarah Morphew Stephen, was admitted in 1970. And there are now 151 female Masters of Wine of the 419 in circulation across 30 different countries. At this ceremony, 10 of the 17 new Masters of Wine are female, and over the past 10 years, the gender split is about 50-50. But still, some way to go, since in a new YouGov poll last year here, 43% of female drinkers listed wine as their favourite tipple, as opposed to a mere 21% of male drinkers. I have to say how much in awe I am of your achievements. As a mere holder of the WSET Level 2, albeit with distinction, I can scarcely imagine the amount of time, effort, and talent it must have taken in study for you to pass these very rigorous exams. I'm sure that supportive family, partners, and friends have all played their part, and we're delighted to see them here today as well. I'll just end with mentioning the Vintners Company motto. If you look up at this glorious ceiling, you'll see the words, Vinum exhilarat animum, wine gladdens the spirit. And as you raise your first glass of wine to your lips as newly badged MWs, I'm sure you'll actually feel it was worth it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Anne. Thank you. So in addition to celebrating the new Masters of Wine to the membership, we also use this special occasion to honour the MWs who've reached a particular milestone in their career.
Clive Coates originally had the ambition to be a chef, but after becoming rapidly disillusioned by hotel school, he resolved to join the wine industry. Before becoming an author, Clive worked 20 years in the trade, mainly for the Wine Society from 67 to 73 and British Transport Hotels from 75 to 81, where he was executive director of the wine division. Clive wrote about wine from the start of his career, especially in decanter from the magazine's inception. His books are widely considered the classic works on their respective subjects, including Claret in 1982, Wines of France 1990, Grand Vin, the finest chateau of Bordeaux and their wines, 1995, amongst countless others. In 1984, he retired to launch The Vine, his independent fine wine magazine, which ran until 2005, producing over 240 issues. The French government awarded Clive the Chevalier de l'Ordre du Mérite Agricole. He's also been honoured with a Ram d'Honneur by Le Verre et l'Assiette, the Ruffino Cyril Ray Memorial Prize for his writings on Italian wine, and the title of Wine Writer of the Year for 1998-99 in the Champagne Lanson Awards. Now semi-retired, Clive lives in southern Burgundy with his dogs and occasionally conducts tours for wine lovers around the region. Nick Clark originally wanted to become a journalist. However, in 1960 he joined Hedges and Butler, beginning his long career in wine. After a major UK brewery brought out this family company, he rose to become the #2 buyer for Bash Charrington, where he could concentrate on wine buying. He passed his Master of Wine exams in 1971 at the very first attempt. In 1978, he joined Henry C. Collison and was appointed Managing Director in 1981. He then moved on to O.W. Loeb as a director, working with clients all over Western Europe, including Alsace. He then purchased Dreyfus Ashby & Co., which he formed into one of the leading purveyors of fine wine, representing the likes of Hugel in Alsace, Paul Jabelet of the Rhône, and Joseph Drouin from Burgundy. After 20 years at the helm, the business then passed on to our own Richard Kelly MW, and Nick now spends his time in blissful retirement, alternating between 6 months in the Cape and 6 months in the UK.
Congratulations to both Clive and Nick. We'll raise a glass to you both later on this evening. From our vintage MWs, now let's move to some of the newest crop. There are 6 MWs here from the 2020 vintage who were unable to travel to the last ceremony. What a pleasure it is to see them all here tonight and finally get them to Vintner's Hall. Neil, can I please ask you to return to the stage? Our first MW of the evening is a wine buyer based in the UAE working for MMI as fine wine category manager. Beans Borton's passion for wine began when rummaging around Gloucestershire wine cellars at a young age. After studying ancient history at UCL, his professional journey with wine started at Oddbins. Following a foray into the world of banking, Beans then joined the team of Planet of the Grapes, completing the WSET diploma in 2009, and moving from van driver to running a fine wine shop, bar, restaurant, all in the city. He gained experience buying wine in the cash and carry and wholesale distribution sectors before moving to the UAE, where he joined MMI. Please welcome and congratulate Beans Borton, Master of Wine. Jacky Blisson is an independent wine educator, writer and consultant with over 2 decades of experience in the global wine trade. After completing a Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies at Concordia University, Jacky moved to Burgundy to pursue an advanced Masters in Wine Science and International Trade at the CFPPA de Beaune and AgroSup Dijon. During her 11-year sojourn in France, Jacky held successive positions as the UK and North American export sales manager for Burgundy fine wine brokerage Domaine Wines and major Southern Rhone Valley winery Gabriel Meffre. Since returning to Canada, Jacky has built a wonderful reputation for her written and video wine education content and produces a flourishing self-titled YouTube wine education channel and a wine review website. Please welcome Jacqueline Cole-Blisson, Master of Wine. Heidi Hansen lives and works in Oslo. She manages wine courses and education at the Culinary Academy of Norway and teaches both the sommelier education and all levels of WSET. She started as a cook, completed her sommelier education in 2009 and worked as a sommelier for 5 years before her current job. Heidi also loves running courses focusing on food and wine in combination for wine enthusiasts and connoisseurs. Although she couldn't be at the last ceremony, she was announced as the Madame Bollinger Medal winner and also received the Austrian Wine Outstanding Achievement Award, which we will acknowledge later tonight. For now, please congratulate Heidi Iron Hansen, Master of Wine. You may well have seen Parsi's name in your booklet, but unfortunately he's unable to join us tonight. But Parsi Ketalainen holds a BSc in Hospitality Management and an MBA for which he received an Academic Achievement Award in recognition of outstanding academic performance. After a career as a sommelier and completing his WSET diploma in 2003, he worked in sales and product management positions at various wine importers in Finland. As well as speaking 4 languages, lecturing on wine and conducting educational tasting, Parsi judges at wine competitions and in 2019 started as the commercial director at Viniti OY. Please congratulate Parsi Ketalainen, Master of Wine. Annette Lacey has extensive management and operational experience across all levels of restaurant and hospitality venues. She is currently the Group Beverage Manager for Solotel, a large and diverse hospitality group in Sydney. She has held similar roles developing her restaurant manager and sommelier skills for international hotel groups and award-winning fine dining restaurants across traditional, modern and Asian cuisines. Other accolades include winning the prestigious 2014 Vin de Champagne Award and being selected for the highly prized Len Evans tutorial. She also has experience as an associate judge at numerous wine shows around Australia and participates in trade and educational tastings, presentations and masterclasses. Please welcome Annette Lacey, Master of Wine. Geoffrey Moss is the principal of Lithica Wine Marketing, a boutique branding and marketing agency with a focus on direct-to-consumer sales and marketing. After graduating with a degree in political science from McGill University, Geoffrey took the only logical next step and enrolled in a winemaking and viticulture program. He is now a wine writer and critic with contributions to Gismondi on wine. And at the awards ceremony last December, Geoffrey was announced as the winner of the Robert Mondavi Winery Award and the Villa Maria Award. At last, he's able to join us in person, so please welcome Geoffrey Moss, Master of Wine. A New Zealand native, Ross Wise is a winemaker and viticulturist based in British Columbia's Okanagan Valley. He holds a Bachelor of Viticulture and Advanced Diploma in Wine Science from the Eastern Institute of Technology in Hawke's Bay and has worked in winemaking, viticulture and consulting roles across many wine regions of New Zealand and Canada. Ross currently works as a winemaker at Black Hills Estate Winery and as a senior winemaker within the Andrew Peller Limited family of wineries. Since arriving in the Okanagan Valley, he has continued to expand his organic and biodynamic viticulture knowledge, study the potential implications of climate change in the valley, and perhaps most importantly, developed a reputation as a prolific sourdough bread baker. Ross became a Master of Wine in February 2020, passing both the theory and practical exams on the very first attempt. Please welcome Ross Wise, Master of Wine. Very many congratulations to all of you. Neil, thank you. Please, if you can return to your seat now. It's too risky to leave him up there. While we are all thrilled to be back in person, the pandemic still plays havoc with our lives, and also that of the Institute's study programme. Most recently, we rearranged our educational seminars and changed the academic year following the spread of Omicron around the world in December of last year. As such, there are some Masters of Wine who could not be with us today, as they are all working at the rescheduled seminar in Rust in Austria. So let's hear from them and our students now.
Hello from Rust. We're here this week fermenting some new MWs for the future, and we're really sorry to miss you where you are, but big congratulations. For many of you, some of the journey started here, and I hope that you'll be back one day soon to be on the other side. Meantime, enjoy your evening. Cheers.
Hello guys. I wish I could be with you and celebrate with you in London. Or maybe you wanted to be with us and celebrate here. Anyway, we have a great time. We'll drink to you. Many of you have started the first week here at the Austrian Wine Academy, and now you're there, you made it. We are so proud of you. Enjoy it, and we'll celebrate with you. Cheers.
It's wonderful to see them and also to see that the seminars continue to take place despite the ongoing COVID challenges. I mentioned earlier that 2 of the 2020 MWs who were announced winners of the individual awards in the December ceremony. I therefore think it's only right that we give both Heidi and Jeff their moment on the stage here at Vintner's Hall to be presented with their awards. For this, I would like to invite Phil Tuck, MW, who are representing Villa Maria, to come to the stage. Phil. And so, for his outstanding knowledge and understanding of viticulture in the MW exam, please welcome the 2020 Villa Maria Award winner, Geoffrey Moss, Master of Wine. Jeff, stay. Go, Phil, you can go. Okay. Okay, so we now come to the Robert Mondavi Winery Award, which is given to Jeff for the best performance across all the theory papers in the MW exam. And to present the award to Jeff, please welcome to the stage from California, Mark DeVere, MW. Mark. Thank you. Thank you, Mark, and thank you, Jeff. Congratulations. We now present 2 more awards to 1 winner. Representing the Madame Bollinger Foundation, I would like to invite Rebecca Gibb, MW, to the stage. Rebecca is the 2015 Madame Bollinger Medal winner, which is awarded for outstanding tasting ability. So let's now welcome to the stage the 2020 Madame Bollinger Medal winner, Heidi Hansen, Master of Wine. Heidi, if you can remain on stage, Rebecca, thank you very much for now. And for the next award, I'd like to invite Chris York, Managing Director of Austrian Wine, to join Heidi on stage. For the top performance in all areas of the MW exam, the 2020 winner of the Outstanding Achievement Award is, of course, Heidi Hansen, Master of Wine. Wonderful. Thank you. Congratulations. So, congratulations to you all again. It is really a remarkable achievement to pass the exam and to become an MW. It's also different for every MW, but there's no doubt that it has a positive impact upon your career. Before we introduce the 2021 Masters of Wine, let's take a moment to hear from one of them and see what the MW qualification means to them.
The moment I found out the MW existed, I knew I wanted to do it. I had this idea that I'll wait until I got a lot more experience and then I'll start the Master of Wine. But I think at some point I wondered, what am I waiting for? And I might as well start as soon as possible. I think it's just such a fascinating subject. It encompasses so many facets. You know, you pick up a wine bottle, you think about where it's come from, you think about the land, you think about the people who have made it. It has obviously the history, and I think when you combine all of those elements that fascinate me a lot together with the scientific aspect, the chemical aspect, the agricultural aspect, you're talking about something that's so multifaceted, not just in terms of the past, but also in the present and what it means for culture and, you know, the daily lives of so many people these days. And when you get a subject which has this infinite dimensions you never get bored, you never learn enough. And it's these subjects that I think keep driving me to keep going. You build a community through the journey, and the friends I had in my study group, the Master of Wines who helped me with tasting, setting up tastings, giving me advice, particularly having passed in the middle of lockdown, we didn't have the same amount of social engagement, but I do know that the people who were there with me during the journey and who supported me during it, I knew that they would still be there.
Thank you, Sue. So without further delay, let's get to our 2021 MW vintage, officially inducted to the membership. Neil, can I please ask you to return to the stage? So here we go. Claire Blackler is a wine and spirits educator and runs the wine education and events business Case Studies Wine School. Graduating from university with a BSc in Applied Chemistry and an MSc in Analytical Chemistry, Claire had a 10-year career within pharmaceutical research before moving into the wine industry as an educator and a communicator at Case Studies Wine School. Away from business, she'll be found long-distance walking, skiing in the French Alps, or at Selhurst Park, supporting the pride of South London, a Crystal Palace Football Club. Congratulations and welcome to Claire Blackler, Master of Wine. James Doidge is the buyer and managing director at specialist importer The Wine Treasury in London. Here, over the last 20 years, he's developed a particular speciality in the wines of North America. He graduated in French and German at Durham University, but believes his childhood holidays spent in the Beaujolais and the south of France did far more to develop his wine career than the study of 17th century French tragedy or German expressionist theatre. He lives in Hampshire, where he's often found somewhere on a road bike. So congratulations, James Doidge, Master of Wine. Gabriella Gorelli is a wine expert, designer and brand builder born and raised in Montalcino, Tuscany. Gabriella can trace his wine roots back to his grandfather, the smallest renowned producer of Brunello di Montalcino. With a degree in foreign languages and a strong passion for marketing, in 2004 he founded Brookshaw and Gorelli, a design agency specializing in fine wine visual communication. In 2015, he founded a separate wine sales and marketing consultancy company, KH Wines, with clients ranging from wineries to importers and fine dining restaurants. He regularly attends national and international wine competitions as a presenter and a judge. Gabrielle is an avid traveller and likes to disconnect and recharge his batteries with trail running and yoga. He's the first Italian-born Master of Wine to be based in Italy. Please welcome Gabrielle Gorelli, Master of Wine. I think half of the audience come from Gabrielle's family, I believe. Susan Lynn is the head of wine expertise for online fine wine retailer Belmont Wine Exchange in the San Francisco Bay Area, serving customers worldwide. As a consultant, she curates wine collections, designs wine programs, and specializes in wine and spirits music pairings and events. A lifelong devotee of music, Susan is a classic pianist and holds a Master of Fine Arts in Classical Piano Performance and Musicology, and has performed internationally as a Chinese classical and folk dancer. Her joy is to create memorable experiences through wine and the performing arts. Congratulations and welcome to Susan Lin, Master of Wine. Moritz Nicholas Luca grew up in Berlin and left the city for his first wine experience and harvest at George Breuer Winery in 2001. During his enology studies at Geisenheim University, where he graduated in 2006, he gained experience working for wineries in the Yarra Valley, the Rheingau, Puy-Fumé, and on Crete. His career has taken him through a variety of different trade sectors, including working with Schlumberger and Segnitz, where he worked as a buyer and brand manager specializing in fine wine from Italy, France, Germany, and the New World. Currently, Moritz is managing director at Weinwolf, Germany's leading importer, focusing on German and Austrian wines. Outside of work, he enjoys a wide array of music, food, and socializing with friends. Let us congratulate Moritz Nicholas Luca, Master of Wine. Originally from Barcelona, Alvaro Ribalta moved to London in 2006 after completing his undergraduate degree in mechanical engineering. His wine passion developed over several years working in restaurants and wine bars in the UK capital. Over the years that followed, Alvaro studied all WSET qualifications, finishing his diploma in 2014, for which he won the Lustau and Derouet Emerson scholarships. In 2011, Alvaro completed a master's degree in engineering management and completed the final thesis in a wine bottling plant in Veneto, Italy. He's been working for Indigo Wine since 2014, currently as their Spanish buyer. Alvaro is now based back in Spain, speaks 4 languages, and outside of wine, he enjoys running, playing football, cooking, traveling, and spending time with his young family. Welcome to the membership, Alvaro Ribalta, Master of Wine. As we come to the halfway point of the 2021 vintage, I just want to take a brief pause to say that even with pandemic restrictions easing, 2 of the 2021 MWs couldn't be here in person tonight. Both Michael Henley MW and Sophie Parker-Thompson MW are in New Zealand. They will join us for the next award ceremony in November, but for now, let's take a moment to congratulate them alongside their fellow vintage. Or maybe not. And, we certainly look forward to seeing them later this year. So let's continue with welcoming our next Master of Wine, who we heard from earlier on this evening. Born and raised in Singapore, Shi Sam completed her undergraduate degree in English literature at Oxford, followed by a master's in management at the London Business School. Since then, she has been carving her path in advertising, advising leading global brands on their digital marketing strategies, and is currently client partner at Jellyfish, where she heads up the mobile and app marketing team. She weaves alongside work her role as president of the Oxford and Cambridge Alumni Wine Society, running a calendar of producer-led tastings in London, whilst also consulting on wine buying and food pairing for select restaurants. Please welcome Shi Sam, Master of Wine. Melissa Saunders, a native New Yorker, obtained a degree in English literature from the University of Colorado at Boulder. Melissa's first introduction to the wine business was practicing law with a firm specializing in alcohol beverage regulation. In 2009, she started Communal Brands, a wine import and distribution company. The portfolio consists of small growers committed to environmentally responsible practice in the vineyard and in the winery. Expanding on a commitment to sustainability, she recently started up Wine Queen, a consulting business that focuses on environmentally responsible wine packaging. When she's not being a mum of two or working hard, you'll find her running long distances. But despite a demanding schedule, she always finds time for good champagne. Congratulations to Melissa Saunders, Master of Wine. Chris Spiegel is a US-based winemaker, educator, and sales professional. She has an MS in Food Science Enology from UC Davis and a WSET diploma. Her winemaking experience includes harvests in Napa Valley, Germany, and New Zealand, and extensive work in California's coastal and interior regions. Since 2011, Chris has worked with O'Neill Vintners and Distillers, one of California's leading and fastest-growing wine and spirits distributors. She has held leadership roles in winemaking, sales, and business development. And she also teaches at the Napa Valley Wine Academy, where her classes include the WSET curriculum and custom-designed programs for private clients. Chris lives in the San Francisco Bay Area with her husband and daughter. Congratulations and welcome to Chris Spiegel, Master of Wine. Claire Tooley lives in California with her husband and two sons. She is the Director of Wine Development for Lionstone International, sourcing for national wine clubs including the Wall Street Journal, Laithwaites, Virgin, TCM, NPR, and National Geographic. She began her wine life in London with John Armitt Wines after completing a French and Spanish degree and choral scholarship at Clare College, Cambridge University. Joining Direct Wines as a buyer in 2000, she moved to France in 2006. She lived near Bordeaux for 8 years, managing the group's winery and traveling extensively in North America, Europe, and Asia. Claire is a Champagne academician and has been inducted as a Chevalier of Burgundy, Bordeaux, and Champagne. Congratulations and welcome, Claire Tooley, Master of Wine. Last, but by no means least, a new Master of Wine that many of you will already know. Siobhan Turner is a freelance wine consultant focusing on strategic communications, fine wine, cellar management, and wine authentication, and she works closely with Chai Consulting. She also judges regularly for the International Wine Challenge. After qualifying as a chartered accountant with Ernst & Young, Siobhan worked in corporate finance and investor relations before responding to a tiny ad that led to 9 years as executive director of the Institute of Masters of Wine. Originally from Winnipeg, Canada, Siobhan now lives in London with her husband and daughter and is passionate about the potential of the Okanagan Valley to produce world-class red wines. For fun, she swims, canters through the Scottish countryside, and tries to keep up her French and Spanish. Congratulations and welcome to the membership, Siobhan Turner, Master of Wine. Congratulations to you all. We look forward to hearing about your careers in the next few years and how the MW qualification has changed things for you. And on that note, let's just hear of some more MW stories right now.
I found out about the MW actually the year after I graduated from Cornell University, and I had been working for, 6 or 7 months out in the industry, and I learned about the Master of Wine and thought, oh my gosh, what a great way to continue my education. I was a teacher before I got into wine, and so I've always had this sort of natural intellectual curiosity. I love studying, I love wine, I love learning new things, so I think competitive nature internally and also the desire to keep learning.
I'm also a Master Sommelier. I did that first, and I went to see my boss and told him, hey, I knocked out that Master Sommelier thing you wanted me to do. And he said, did I say Master Sommelier? I meant Master of Wine. I'm like, oh, okay, that's an entirely different program. I said, but okay. I turned around and walked out the door and said, I'm just going to go become a Master of Wine now, which, of course, I had no idea at the time the journey I was embarking upon.
I would say the biggest challenges were balancing life. I would wake up really, really early and study before work because I'm kind of useless after 5. I need a glass of wine. It was rewarding and fun and hard, but in the end, the best. The biggest challenge for me was finding faith in myself to feel like I was worthy of becoming an MW on the other side of it. And I found this newfound confidence in myself and trust in myself that, I am an expert and I can represent the MW in a very positive way.
I was one of those rare MWs that passed the tasting first and then struggled mightily. I'm not ashamed to say with theory, but ultimately I prevailed.
Has having the MW changed anything for me professionally? Some people treat me with a greater level of respect, seeing the letters after my name. In fact, I had a meeting this morning with somebody who said, I always pay attention to people who have the MW and I see what they're doing. It's interesting to think about that there are people in the industry that really look to MWs as experts in our field, and so they do pay attention to what MWs do.
I think it's the ultimate challenge. It's like the Mount Everest of the wine world, and if you want to challenge yourself and really enjoy the satisfaction of a long, arduous journey, but hopefully ultimately a successful summit, that it's the one to take. There's no other experience like it in the wine world. And cheers to that.
Thank you, Nova, Mary Margaret and Eric. So the final part of the evening now, we come to the individual prizes for the 2021 Masters of Wine. I'd like to invite Neil back to the stage for the last time tonight to tell us the winner of the Institute Masters of Wine Chair Award. Neil.
I need my glasses. Is it? Oh, God. So for the top performance in the business of wine paper, the 2021 Chairs Award goes to, Chris Spiegel.
I would now like to ask Phil Tuck to return to the stage, please, to announce the winner of the Villa Maria Award. Phil, over to you.
For outstanding knowledge and understanding of the viticulture in the MW exam, the 2021 Villa Award goes to T. Sam.
The next prize is the Toronceau Tonnellery Award. Unfortunately, Henri de Procontal could not join us at the last minute. However, I'd like to invite the 2019 winner of the award, Christine Marsilio, MW, to the stage to present on his behalf. Thank you, Christine.
All right, here we go. So, for excellence in the production and handling of wine paper, the 2021 Toronceau Tonnellery Award goes to Chris Spiegel.
To announce the Robert Mondavi Winery Award, I'd again like to ask Mark back to the stage. Mark.
For the best performance across all of the theory papers, the 2021 Robert Mondavi Winery Award goes to Chris Spiegel, MW.
I think that's getting greedy. Next up, it's the Madame Bollinger Medal. Rebecca, please, could you return to the stage to announce the 2021 winner?
For outstanding tasting ability, the 2021 Madame Bollinger Medal goes to... Drumroll. Very silent. I can't get it open now. Alvaro Rabat.
Well done. I think he's quite pleased. The next prize is awarded for the best research paper by a new Master of Wine. Please welcome Christian Seeley, Managing Director of AXA Millesime, to present the Quinta de Noval Award. Christian.
So for the best research paper by a new MW, the 2021 Quinta de Noval Award goes to Sophie Parker-Thompson, MW. Sadly, Sophie is in New Zealand and could not travel to be with us tonight, but we can hear from her now.
Kia ora, I'm Sophie Parker-Thompson, beaming in from Marlborough, New Zealand. Wow, I'm just so overwhelmed with gratitude to have been selected to receive the Nobel Award. I'm just deeply upset, obviously, that I cannot be there in person tonight to celebrate alongside my fellow Master of Wine peers, but the shackles of harvest, which is happening right here in Marlborough now, mean I could not escape to the airport with my ball gown to join you in London tonight. But I'm just truly honoured to have my research recognised in this way. It means so much. Many, many hours of work went into this, as to all the RPs. But I genuinely hope it does what the MW research is all about, which is to add to the body of knowledge and genuinely benefit the industry by promoting these important discussions. I think the Institute has a real opportunity to be a leader in wine research and encourage meaningful and beneficial RP subjects to be tackled by MW candidates. So I was just extremely fortunate to have Julia Harding as my RP advisor. Thank you so much, Julia, for your editorial expertise. Thanks also to my husband, Matt, for his unwavering support and expertise and for putting up with talking about biogenic amines every single night for over a year. Thanks to my whole supportive family and for the whole team at Plant and Food Research, particularly Muriel, Catherine, Farana and Damien, and also to Martin Williams for his technical advice as well. So lastly, and also but not least, thank you to Christian Seeley and AXA Millicene for recognising and encouraging excellence in wine research with this award. I'm just so extremely humbled and appreciative. So thank you to the whole Institute. Thank you very much, and I just wish you a wonderful evening tonight. Cheers.
Thank you, Christian, and many congratulations to Sophie. We'll certainly look forward to celebrating with her in person here in November. And now to the final prize of the evening, given for the top performance in all areas of the MW exam. I'd like to invite Chris York back to the stage to announce our winner.
So for the top performance in all areas of the MW exam, the 2021 Austrian Wine Outstanding Achievement Award goes to Chris Spiegel, MW.
And there we have it. We've come to the end of the show, so very many congratulations again to all of our new Masters of Wine. Thank you also to everyone here for coming to be with us on this ever so special occasion, and also to all of those of you who are tuning in from home. We look forward to doing all of this again in November. So thank you, good night, and let's remind ourselves how wonderful it is to be back together in person. Thank you all very much.